This week's chapter fairy tale is brought to you by the Lucy's Boobs drinking game. Every time you almost see Lucy's boobs, take a drink. Now let's begin with the chapter. Nothing is the same way anyway. Nothing is the same way. Tell me we're all gonna be okay. Would you be there if they took this city away? Hey guys, there's Spylam27 here, bringing you Fairy Tale Chapter 331, Natsu's Strategy. So the chapter begins with Wendy determined to beat Zilconis, all the while seeing a naked Lucy. Yay. Zilconis is mocking Wendy. He says that, "Can you defeat me before I devour this young lady?" And yeah, Lucy gets captured by Zilconis and is about to get eaten. Wendy is still even more determined to beat Zilconis, but Zilconis just yells at everybody, knocking them all back, and he flies up into the sky, thinking that nobody can reach him since humans can't fly. And he was about to eat Lucy when we get to see 2 shots of Lucy's nearly exposed boobs. Take a drink. Make that 2, actually. Oh, if you're wondering, this is just water. Yeah, I don't have any alcohol with me. Plus, I need to be sober for this. Mirajane enters in her Satan soul form and slams right under Zilconis' jaw. But it doesn't really work. But that doesn't really matter because that was just merely a distraction so that Wendy can come down from above and hit Zilconis with the Sky Dragon's roar. So Zilconis gets pissed and he just flings Lucy far away up in the sky. I gotta admit, that was kind of funny. He just like throws her away. So Happy will go and try to retrieve Lucy while Wendy and Mirajane will fight against Zilconis. And Yukino, what is she gonna do? Stand there. That's basically all she does in this chapter. She just stands there doing nothing, yelling out, "Lucy-sama!" Really? I mean, you have 3 keys. That 13th key, you could use that. Or did you forget about it? We cut back to Natsu and Future Rogue fighting on top of Mother Gria, but Natsu is struggling against the Future Rogue because he is actually stronger than the rogue he was 7 years ago. Then all of a sudden Natsu hears his name coming out of nowhere, and he turns around and he sees a naked Lucy, take a drink, flying across the sky, yelling out, "Help me!" And then she slams onto Natsu, knocking him off of Mother Gria, falling down to the ground. Yeah, that actually happens. All the while, Future Rogue is like, what just happened? Actually, you know, I'm going to reenact this scene. Take a look.
"You can't win, Natsu. I'm stronger than I was 7 years ago." Damn this guy. If only there is a way I can defeat him. Huh? Did somebody just yell out my name? Natsu, help me! What the? Lucy, what are you doing here? And why are you Ah! What is going on? Okay, what the hell just happened? Oh well, it doesn't matter. With him out of the way, I can finally get back to Operation Dragon King. God, I love being evil.
Yeah, that's basically what happened in a nutshell, though that scene at least. And by the way, I'm not trying to like copy like Tekken 101. I'm just trying to add a little variety on my reviews, that's all. Anyway, Natsu and Lucy, they land inside a bell and for some reason they're okay. Yeah, they fell like hundreds of feet from the sky while Lucy was flung thousands of feet across the town by a dragon. So yeah, they're okay. Logic. Also, Lucy boobs are on Natsu's face. Letting it count. Take a drink. So unfortunately they moved too much that the bell that they landed on starts to move and they start rolling down a hill. You even get to see a panel of Natsu's face on Lucy's boobs. Take a drink. So they keep rolling until they finally crash onto some crates or something. So yeah, even, falling thousands of feet from the air to the ground, landing inside a bell, rolling around, hitting crates until they're completely dizzy, and yet they're still okay. Lucy's embarrassed that Natsu saw her naked, so Natsu is like, guess I have no choice. Honk honk. I am not kidding. Then again, this doesn't really surprise me that much because we just saw Natsu motorboat those boobs twice, and now he is grabbing onto them. I think most of the guys really wish they're in Natsu's situation. Because they probably think that Natsu is a lucky SOB, but he doesn't realize it yet. And by the way, why he did that? To cover up Lucy's boobs, I guess. But all that did was provide him with a punch in the face. Also, 2 scenes with Lucy's boobs, so take a drink! By the way, Happy finally catches up, and Lucy finally covers herself up with a blanket. Happy asks that even Natsu can even defeat this future rogue, and even Natsu is actually admitting it. Big surprise. So during this conversation, Lucy asks if all dragons are violent. No, not all of them, just the ones that want to eat the humans. And Lucy said that she was almost eaten, and for some reason that gave Natsu an idea. The so-called Natsu strategy from the title of this week's chapter. He finally figured it out. He's like, yes, I got it. And
Oh, come on.
take a drink. This fucking fan service. Seriously. I wasn't actually going to do this. I thought, hey, there's no way that this chapter can deserve the trollface. I was wrong. This chapter gets a trollface for the constant fan service that keeps distracting us from the fucking dragons that are attacking the town. Thank God we finally get back to a different scene. We get to see Erza, who is struggling against the meta cyber dragons. Anyway, because of her injuries from the Grand Magic Games and plus the ankle was broken, finally seemed to take an effect on her, and she is struggling against these meta cyber dragons. And it looks like that she was gonna get eaten by the cyber meta dragons, but they get knocked back thanks to Jellal. Yeah, Jellal is there to save her, and honestly, I did kind of like the moment between the two. Honestly, out of all the pairings, Jellal and Erza are actually the one that I like, considering what Jellal did from the beginning. But then again, he started becoming good when he lost his memories and regained them, and he figured that he wanted to redeem himself, so... Then again, he was manipulated by Honestly, Jellal, I am conflicted with this guy. But then we see Milliana, and we get to see a panel of her face, well, the top half of her face, and it looks like she's really pissed. Yeah, I can actually understand why. I mean, all those years Jellal lied to her about what happened, make her and Wally and Simon build the Tower of Paradise again, and then Simon dying, and her being betrayed by friends. So I can understand why she would be pissed at him. Although I don't know if this situation calls for a confrontation between the two, considering there are dragons attacking the town, but I can understand why she wouldn't let it go. So we see Happy carrying Natsu, and they're flying to God knows where, whatever the hell this strategy is. Meanwhile, Lucy, who thank God finally put some clothes on, had to stay behind because she had spent so much time picking out her wardrobe. Dragons are attacking, and all you care about is your wardrobe. Really, Lucy? Besides, there's no way Happy can carry 2 people at once. Now, as I said before, we don't know Natsu's strategy, whatever it is, but with Lucy, she notices something on one of the crates, and it happens to be her journal. And it's not really her journal, it's future Lucy's journal, which does actually caught my interest. And that is basically where the chapter ends. Yeah, that is Fairy Tail chapter 331. What did I think? You know, aside from like the excessive fan service that Hiromashima's trying to shove down our throats, I did like the fact that we finally see Erza being vulnerable for once and being saved by Jellal. I did like that moment. The fight between Natsu and Future Rogue, it was going okay until frickin' Lucy flies and slams onto him, knocking both of them down to the ground, which was kind of a strange coincidence, by the way. Lucy gets hurled up into the sky, which honestly I did find it kind of funny, and then he gets hit by Natsu all of a sudden. And the same place that they fall into the ground and get rolled over by the bell, and the place that they finally crashed happens to be the same place that future Lucy's journal was there. This is becoming too much of a coincidence. But you know, aside from the fan service, this chapter was okay. I was hoping to see Wendy actually fight against Zilconis a bit more, but I guess we'll have to wait for that. Natsu's strategy, I have no idea what it is. Ever since Lucy said that she almost got eaten by a dragon, he thought of this great idea. So what, is Natsu gonna get himself eaten by a dragon and attack it from the inside? Is that how it's gonna work? Because it's possible it could work, but then again, there's still the matter of being digested. But then again, if Naruto can survive getting eaten by a giant snake, I'm pretty sure Natsu would too. But I did like the little cliffhanger ending. Future Lucy's journal. Maybe we'll get to learn like what happened in the future. Well, in future Lucy's future, which was a few days into the future. Yeah. But then again, I mean, does this mean that this has a connection to when we saw like a flashback? Well, not really flashback, a time skip into the future and seeing Levi writing on her journal or something? I don't know, but next week's chapter is going to be called Firebird. That could either mean that Natsu is going to be fighting against another dragon, maybe fight Mother Gria, or we're going to see Atlas Flame fight against Laxus and the Raijin. But I swear to God, these chapters keep distracting with the fact that the dragons are attacking the town. These dragons are supposed to be threats, and so far we do get to see a few of them actually acting as a threat. But then you got frickin' Zilconis. Seriously, Mashima, if you want to make a hentai, make a hentai. We almost saw Lucy's boobs multiple times. It's getting ridiculous. Overall, this chapter, aside from the fan service, the rest of the stuff was okay. So I'm just gonna give this chapter a average. It's okay, but it would have been good if it toned down with the fan service that much. So yeah, that is Fairy Tail chapter 331. I'm going to spiral on 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.